Elena and I are going to play a piece by Rimsky-Korsakov. Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov. Famously, he wrote a piece that gets played many times on stage by Ed Reinhart. We're going to play a piece from the opera called The Snow Maiden, Dance of the Tumblers. The Snow Maiden, it's arranged for 2 pianos, 4 hands. But Elena's played the classical version. That's not what we're playing. That's the Flight of the Bumblebee. And Ed's played the Boogie Woogie. Anyways, that's not what you're going to hear, but there's a storyline to the Snow Maiden. Anyone know it? In the audience? No. Snow Maiden? I think it's one of those. Elena is the Snow Maiden. Abominable snowmen are coming over. The tropics. The sun comes out from the... Hey guys, I need you over here.
So you told him the story?
Yes, while you're being
Told him about the dance of the tumblers?
I think you know a little bit more about it than...
Well, you said that, what did you say? It was a...
What did I don't...
It's a Snow Maiden, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have quite a bit to it. I don't... Do you remember any of...
Well, the sun comes out, right?
And the Snow Maiden melts. But we're playing the happy part. I would like to play for you one of my more difficult pieces, as if that piece we played was quite difficult. When I practice the most difficult pieces I know, I get better at everything else. And my poor students have to put up with that, because then I become a better teacher also, which means sometimes I might be a little bit less tolerant of mistakes. But I figure if I hit 90% of the notes, I'll be on a good day. I wish life was different.
You know the difference between classical and jazz? In jazz, there are no mistakes. Just play it twice.
This is the Franz Liszt Hungarian Rhapsody, number 10. He wrote about 16 of them. Number 2, number 6 are the famous ones. This is number 10 in E major.
couldn't do that with my left hand. But I was watching, you know, the light was striking your back in a kind of interesting way from this angle, you know. All these sort of lovely muscles. No, but I mean, it was all, you know, because it was what she was doing. Yeah, it was really quite beautiful. I mean, it was a sort of like an abstract pattern or something. I was thinking someone could just take a close-in video shot, you know, and show it with the music, and it would be a new way to watch someone. Yeah. I mean,
that's a back Rhapsody in G.
I thought it was totally rhapsodosical.
You know, I was noticing when you did the glissandos, that's the right word for them, is when we used to do that, or I used to do that once upon a time, is that it was in blues, you get these old uprights, and all these things are chipped off. We used to have calluses on the tops of our fingers. And then be blood on the keys. I'm not joking, going up and down like this, old Jerry Lee Lewis.
The bleeding hangnail model.
Yeah, exactly.
But the hard thing about what you're doing with those is you're hitting an exact note.
Every time
When you finish,
That's my
listen.
intent.
Really? Wow, you can do that? Do you remember Chico Martins?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do that, and then you dance the finger on your
And do the
hitter.
like a gun. Yeah.
And that is not easy. That is not easy.
No. I was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah.
Next time.
I'm thinking E, F, G.
I remember a teacher of mine telling me, you've got to look at the note before you hit it.
Yeah, if I don't look.
Yeah, you have to see that note, and then you'll get it. But if you don't...
The teacher meant in your mind, right?
No. On the keys.
Yeah.
You know,
See, the keys are going up. You don't wait to
It's going
get
up.
there to see it.
Yeah,
You see it before you get
exactly. You aim for that. You just kind of concentrate. You know, like eagles, you know, they have that little mouse on there, and they just, that's all they see. That's kind of like tunnel vision, just that note.
I
What?
wasn't looking at.
What?
You know what I missed? I wasn't looking at. If I had been looking at those notes before I got there.
I didn't miss any notes.
You didn't miss it.
Yeah,
Okay.
please do.
All right.
Body heat.
Handwriting.
He's a handler.
Looking for body heat. That's kind of what I was doing earlier. I mean, it's cold.
Did you wonder why I like to work with these girls? Women.
This particular piece, my favorite music that I like to listen to a lot of music, but the one that moves me the most is the Impressionists that were in Paris during the latter part of the 19th century and the early part of the 20th century. And most people would know Ravel, Debussy, Satie. There was quite a few others that were living there and were friends of all these people, and they played together, they hung together, they talked together, they partied together. And several of them, like Rodrigo, was there writing quite a bit of his music during this period of time. There was another gentleman who I've just discovered the last 7 to 8 years, an Englishman named Arnold Bax. And he also was there. He wrote quite a number of symphonies that were not very well recognized, and his name is definitely not a household word. And I'd heard this particular piece and two others a number of years ago, and I was just enthralled with how beautiful they were from that period of time. They were just unusual chord structures. So I learned how to play this particular one. This is called Nereid. And I think that's all I got to say about that. I said it last time when I first played this, but I love this chord. Oh.
What is it?
What would you call that? Let's see, it's a minor, B minor in the left hand, and there's the fifth. What is that? You're talking, it's a flat 9, flat 5.
Yeah.
It's a B minor, flat 9, flat 5, 13. All right. That one.
That is, yeah, that's a 13, yeah.
B minor,
That's
B
the
minor, flat 5, flat 9, 13 here for you tonight. I had said that I'd written a couple pieces in the last 3 months. This is the newest one, and I was at a friend's house, and we were enjoying one another's company, making great food, and this just kind of popped out on his old upright piano. It was a total gift, and I really, really like this piece. So it's not going to talk too much further about it. It's entitled, And So It Goes. Thank you very much.
I find it interesting that when we play, we repeat the mannerisms that we use in certain measures, and not just, so it goes, he's got this, every time he does this, every time he says that, and then when you're playing, it's the same thing, and I find it, now that we've got all these videos, I find that I video one night and then the next night, and the mannerisms just kind of go with the music, and they're the same ones. I smile in the same places, and it's very interesting, and now you guys do too. Yeah, I don't know.
I used to such a beautiful, you have such a nice visual with that. I do. I mean, different people have told me what they see about it. For me, it's sort of like a Spanish or Cuban. I'm seeing it down south after the Argentinian. You know, just something very lazy and easy and tranquilo, and just it's so close.
Margarita, I'd love one. Oh, but not yet.
Where?
Not yet. Were you making a move?
I was making a move.
Uh-oh.
Who get there first?
Well, he's got it.
You know, in a couple of years when we're still doing this thing, we'll wheel you up there.
Yes, you see, we have our own ways of having fun up here.
I like this seat.
This?
Yeah, sure. That's why I was there in the first. Uh-oh. Yeah, no comment. Everybody knows what I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I do. At any rate. My friends done told me, my enemies too, they're the ones you've been going through because you're bad news. You're an evil one. You've been breaking hearts all over town and say you just been having fun. Petey's gone to pieces. Sammy had been shot. Mikey spent all his money trying to get what you got. Sly is in the slammer. He's doing time for murder one. Donnie's been drinking himself to death. Now look just what you've done because you're bad news. You're an evil one. Been breaking hearts all over town and say you just been having fun. What I'm gonna do. I've had nothing but bad luck, baby, since I've run into you. I might give you my money, I might give you my car, I might give you everything if you'll just let me go that far, because you're bad news. That's how bad you are, baby. You're an evil one. You've been breaking hearts all over town and say you just been having fun. That last song was from my latest release back in 1997. Still available at finer yard sales throughout Geneseo and Lake counties. Someone came up and told me they found one sandwich between a Kenny G and Yanni CD. Yeah. Just going to pieces of it.
Is this the chorus?
Yeah, hey, I need that. It's okay. So last year, because it was the never mind. So, last year, because it was the 20th anniversary of us doing this, the 20th concert, I decided that, it was high time that I stopped doing this thing where I came out and pulled out a crumpled piece of paper, because I always try to write an original song for this event. I think you do too, don't you, Chris? Someone does, Tom, some of us do. And it's sort of a motivation or something, and 20 years was enough of a motivation that I actually memorized the song. But that was last year. And so this year I do have a new song that I've written for the occasion, and just as soon as I can get this piece of paper to behave the way I want it to. I need you to hold the page. So for those of you who care to sing along, this is in the original boogie key of B flat. I want to boogie now, I want to boogie, I want to boogie, boogie now, I want to show you how I boogie when I bring my boogie to town. If you want to boogie, boogie, better head on down to Boogie Woogie Town. Now the mayor of Boogie Town, she likes to boogie woogie down, she likes to feel that boogie woogie when she boogie woogies down the street. So that everyone who sees her with that boogie woogie beat. Come on, baby, get your ticket fast. Let me take you down to Boogie Woogie Town at last. One where the rhythm's gonna make you boogie woogie all night long. Feel the boogie, there's gonna be great. Tapping out that rhythm to the beat of 8. Then you're gonna know that you found where you belong. They got the rhythm down, they got the boogie woogie rhythm, and they know it's gonna carry them far. All you need to boogie woogie is to feel that's all it ain't to the bar. Now I'm leaving for Boogie Town, but I'd like you show you around where I think everybody boogies and nobody is wearing a frown. Cause when that boogie woogie beats, you know you got to have that boogie woogie sound. I wanna boogie now, I wanna boogie, I want to boogie woogie now, I want to show you how I boogie when I bring my boogie around. If you don't wanna boogie woogie, better get on down to Boogie Woogie Town.
I didn't do it.
What'd you get?
I got,
Did we all count?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you said that.
Tell them what we're doing.
I'm sorry. I forgot to announce that any of you out there could have won one of the piano players free in your home for 1 week. Have you counted how many times I repeated the word boogie woogie or just boogie in that song? And the answer is from Mr. Spencer Brewer, who wants a musician free for 1 week in his home.
Well, I counted 37.
Oh,
What'd you guys count?
what'd you get?
I got somewhere between 24 and 30.
I counted every boogie.
Okay.
I did too.
I was
What'd you
good.
get?
32.
37.
I think I might have missed a couple in the beginning.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I think
got
you
I started-
I started maybe it's a little late. That's fine.
So
So
you're
wait
somewhere
a
in
minute.
What about the ladies, okay? Because, you know,
Can I count?
going home with you guys is okay, but...
You can tell who the anal ones are sitting here counting.
We ain't counting.
Yeah, neither do I. That's the story of my life.
That's why you're available.
So the winner, you go home with them?
I didn't say I did.
Okay, well,
I
okay,
said one of the musicians does.
Well, if it's you, I only count.
Because, you know,
Well, I'm not paying for a flight to
Where's
Seattle.
you know what? Actually, that works out well for both of us.
You know, I used to play all that before I transitioned into woo-woo music. I used to play all that boogie and blues stuff. That's why you and I are able to do that in all the competitions.
Competition?
Well, all right, the dueling piano.
I thought we were being you always told me before the show that we were being cooperative. And then after this, we're talking about the dueling piano shows that Spencer and I did several of. And it was, Spencer would always tell me before the show that this is not about competition. Now we're cooperating. We want to make one another look good. And then we get back in the dressing room after the show, and he's like, yeah, I guess I showed you, huh?
Even phone that shows up.
But I was going to say, all these people I used to listen to and learn, Cal Davenport, Beatbucks Lewis, you know, Pete Johnson, all these cats, they have nothing on that piece. Yeah, you just did. That is a real.
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say.
Played tonight. Is
Uh,
that, do I have that
except
correct?
for the duet that I did with Elena, which was done. I don't know who wrote it, but the Coasters originally did that one. But yeah, the other songs I composed. I'm trying to kind of push my own original songs because I'm tired of being hassled by ASCAP. You know?
Yes, what?
yeah, probably exactly. So no, I did. I wrote all the songs.
That's
I
the
played tonight.
station for Cousins and
Yes.
They're clapping because we're going to stop talking.
On a serious note, I've been doing a lot of Argentinian music and tango, and doing a little research, I came across the story of Eva Perón, and so I'd like to make an arrangement of one of the Evita songs from the Evita musical. piece is a short song, also tango, I guess, and it is Adios Muchachos.
Adios, muchachos.
We have a tango dancers in the audience.
I'm sure.
Well, perhaps
Seems like that's the thing nowadays, to take tango lessons. I wish I had time to do that. One of these days.
they probably wish they had time for piano lessons. When you were playing, you played the theme, you sort of started, made the statement and everything, and it was all kind of, I don't want to say simple, but it was kind of basic and so forth. And then the theme returns again, and it's in a much deeper, more complicated way. And even though the music itself sort of opens it up and everything, somehow you managed to project a much grander sense of what you were doing.
With the video?
Yeah, with the da-da-da-da-da,
Oh,
and so how do you do that?
Well, I don't know.
I think it's the shoes.
Well, the piano, we were talking backstage a little bit about how all of us, we just love the instrument. We just love the piano and the sonorities and you become one with it, and the years and years of playing, I think, have helped with that. But always, and you hear things in your head, I hear the sounds, and, you try and, just add more notes, I don't know, just...
That's what you hear in your head?
No, it wasn't just more notes. There was feeling. There was a feeling in what you were doing. It was a transcendental moment.
Yeah. Well, we all get into our music, and that's when you were sitting here last night and you said, I just had one of those moments where, everything just, it fits right, and you're just experiencing that, the music, you get sucked in. Evita sort of set me up a little bit for that, where, transport myself into that space where, I imagine, some of the movies we've seen, I visualize some of that, and the things that were happening at the time, these people, just coming up and starting to dance, and somebody really takes over,
The only thing I hear in my head are little voices.
It's okay.
Do they? Yeah.
They have medicine for that, yes.
Congratulations are in order. Further congratulations are definitely in order. Chris
Rosanna.
Yeah.
And I think I was the first one to do a Beatles tune. And now Elena has opened the frontier. She's finally done, and is the first one of us to do a tune by Madonna.
And the last one to do is
I'd like to recognize a band of folks that are here today, and Elizabeth MacDougall and I are in this group as well. We're both amateur radio operators. We have two-way radios in our cars and in a room at home as well. And we have members of both Lake and Mendocino County amateur radio groups here today, and I'd like to recognize them. They have a lot of fun doing what they do, but they also come through in emergencies. When all else fails, amateur radio is there for all of us. I'd like to do my next tune for all of us, and this is kind of a love song by a group that did rock and roll in the 60s and into the 70s a little bit, and especially today, this one goes out for Sue, from The Doors. Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss, another flashing chance at bliss, another kiss, another kiss. Days are bright and filled with pain. Enclose me in your gentle rain. The time you ran was too insane. We'll meet again. We'll meet again. Tell me where your freedom lies. The streets are fields that never die. Deliver me from reason. rather cry, I'd rather fly. The crystal ship is being filled, 1,000 girls, 1,000 thrills, a million ways to spend our time. When we get back, I'll drop a line. Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Bob Dylan has written a lot of tunes, meaningful and multifaceted in meaning, and I'm not sure about this one. You can make your minds up about it, but I thought it'd be a little fun to play this one for you. It's called On the Road Again. Well, I wake up in the morning, there's frogs inside my socks. Your mama, she's hiding inside the icebox. Your daddy, he walks in, he's wearing a Napoleon Bonaparte mask. You ask me why I don't live here? Honey, do you have to ask? Well, I go to bet your monkey, I got a face full of claws. I ask you, who's that in the fireplace? And you tell me Santa Claus. Oh, the milkman comes in, he's wearing a derby hat. You ask why I don't live here? Honey, how come you have to ask me that? Well, I ask for something to eat. You know, I'm hungry as a hog. You give me brown rice, seaweed, and a dirty hot dog. I got a hole where my stomach disappeared. Well, you ask why I don't live here? Honey, I gotta think you're really weird. Your grandpa's cane, it turns into a sword. Your grandma plays with pictures that are painted on a board. Everything inside your pocket my uncle steals. Well, you ask why I don't live here? Honey, I can't believe that you're for real. Well, there's fish fights in the kitchen, it's enough to make me cry. The mailman comes in, and even he's got to take a side. Yeah, even the butler, he's got something to prove. You ask why I don't live here? Honey, how come you don't move?
And what year was Bob Dylan born?
Pardon?
What year was Bob Dylan born?
Oh, golly, let's see, 41, 42, yeah, right.
And my sister still purchases tickets to go hear him sing.
He was 70.
Once a year she goes and hears him.
Oh,
He's like Dylan fan.
I heard him in 1963 at the Newport Folk Festival. Yes, I was there, thank you. I was 15 years old.
Is that when Seagar? Seagar.
Seagar, yeah, we smoked some Seagar.
Pete Seagar wanted to unplug his amps.
No, I don't think there were any amps that year, not in 63.
Oh, that was later.
Yeah, this was way before that. And in fact, I'd never heard of Bob Dylan. I of course was there to hear Peter, Paul, and Mary. And I sat with these people from New York. And my friend and I had this guy with me, and we were both 15 and had managed to get our parents to not realize we'd left town. And,
Don't listen.
so all these other kids to us, you know, they were 18, 19 years old. So they were, of course, we were looking up to them. And we met these people from New York City, and they said, well, have you, someone came on I liked, and they said, well, have you heard Bobby Dylan? Have you heard Bobby Dylan? I said, no, I haven't. They said, well, he's going to be on next. And he came out and he did his thing, and they all sort of looked at me eagerly and said, well, what did you think? And I was like, that guy can't sing.
I have one Bob Dylan story that I've never met him. Actually, I've never seen him live. But the producer of my first album was Fred Cotero. Fred was the house engineer for CBS Records forever. He recorded everybody. And he pulled out of his storage thing a tape, and he played it for me. He said, do you know what that is? And I listened to it, I said, no, that sounds pretty good. And he goes, that's Bob Dylan's demo tape. It's his demo tape. And he said, it's the only time I ever heard him really try and sing. I said, he's actually pretty good. He said, yeah, but it's not his shtick, man.
Well, he himself famously said, somebody did criticize his singing after I did. Sort of Johnny lately get on the bandwagon kind of people. And, he did famously say later, he said, I hit all the notes, And sure enough, I mean, if you listen to him, he does. He's not off on the notes or anything. He's just using a kind of an unusual tonality.
So what is his most famous song? Which #1 song is?
Depends on how old you are. In my case, it's Don't Think Twice, It's All Right.
Like a Rolling Stone. I mean, who knows?
Bojangles.
That's a lot of
Bojangles.
Positively 4th Street.
My sister named her dog Bojangles.
Oh, yeah?
Okay,
It's time. It's my turn.
Somebody play now.
Yeah, but I'm not going to play yet. Can you bring up the lights over here? The microphone? Okay. So every year we do this, and it's not a competition. We know that. But I decided that, this year we should have a Liberace Award for the most schmaltzy thing played tonight. And the most schmaltzy thing played tonight, I think, might have been, if we're going to, it's different tonight. I would say it would be Tom doing The Doors was kind of schmaltzy, but so do we have other votes here? How about it? No, Elena doing Evita. That's not schmaltzy. That's good. It's good. Schmaltzy.
So you set it up.
I set it up. Now I got to come down on this.
Pull yourself out of this one. Watching this.
I think
It's what I'm going to play next. No.
Yeah, I think what you're going to play next.
No, it's not schmaltzy. Well, anyway, so we are going to give the award, though, I think, for the best thing that, not best. How do you,
Schmaltzy.
Schmaltzy was good?
Yeah.
Hungarian Rhapsody.
Okay.
Hungarian Rhapsody. So you get the Liberace Award. Oh, great, my wife tied the knot. Hang on a minute. Let's
I actually went to the Liberace Museum.
You went to Liberace? Of course you did. What are you doing? You already won. You don't have to play. It's okay, I really didn't set it up too well, so I'm glad you got it.
She must have told you another chandelier.
Play the whole tune that way.
Okay. That's when Sunny gets green. Sunny gets blue. So, last tune of the night, before the encore, and everybody knows about the encore, so we don't even walk off stage at this point. We just stay out here and do it. But when we were talking before the event, Ed and I were talking backstage, and we said, we can't let the night go without a tribute to Dave Brubeck, who passed away this year. I get a little emotional, and it's true, because I had the great fortune to work alongside of Dave 3 times, and he was really, really one gentle man. He was a fantastic person. His wife always traveled with him, Iona. She left the symphony for his career. She played cello, actually, and just wonderful people. And so, in tribute to Dave, we're gonna, Ed and I were talking about doing his most famous piece, which actually I played last year, but I thought it would be nice if Ed gave his take on it.
Not really his piece.
Well, that's
He
true.
didn't write it.
You're right. It's Paul Breitenfeld's piece. I'm sorry, his name is Paul Desmond. Yeah, but his real name was Breitenfeld. He was an old family friend of mine, of my dad's. So Paul wrote the song, and of course, with Dave, made it very famous. So I thought it'd be nice to hear your take on this, and maybe you do like your take on the head, and then I'll do my take, and we'll trade back and forth a little bit.
Okay.
I still hear your boogie woogie in the middle of that, except there's just this one thing. You were doing that in C minor, right?
That's a pretty good ear, Chris. That's a pretty good ear, Chris.
It's born with it.
But yes, it was, because as you know, C minor is, especially on the piano, it's a key that lends itself to the maximal extent of personal expression through the execution of the half and whole step intervals as they relate to the key signature value.
Yeah, but the tune's written in E flat minor.
Well, I know that. I knew that. I knew that.
So let me give you my take in E flat minor, okay? The right key.
Sure.
Well, that's not quite the way you did it, but that's the E flat minor version.
Well, I mean, that was very nice and everything, and I enjoyed it, but didn't you kind of feel like the low end was just a little too low and the high end was a little too high? I mean, if you do it in C minor, you can get in a little closer with that.
Yeah,
well, we don't have that problem,
well,
so why don't we just do it in
No,
C minor?
no, we're going to do it in E flat minor, because that's the way
No, we're not.
No. I don't even know how to do it in C minor.
All right, I'll tell you what.
What?
You do it in E flat minor, and I'll do it in C minor.
You know what? Dave would have liked that because he loved polytonic. Polyphonic. Polyharmonic.
Y'all about to get polyharmonicized out there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thank you.